Last year marked a new era for the Lakers. You had an extraordinary trade. It was all over the news. Luka Doncic coming to the Los Angeles Lakers. Can you walk me through those 24 hours?
In order to get a player of great value, you have to give up a player of great value. And the Dallas team wanted Anthony Davis, and he was on our team. And so conversations started, but it was important that they remain private and didn't leak out to the media, because if a player is made aware of a pending trade, it could crater your entire season. So we're talking that those conversations started the beginning of January, right? I'll never forget. That's when all of Los Angeles was on fire. And
were you part of those conversations?
Yes. I mean, in order to trade somebody like Anthony Davis, it would have to be with approval. Not only that, but a first-round draft pick, and certainly getting a player of Luka's caliber and his, being at the beginning end of his career, was just an extraordinary opportunity, but it required a lot of strategy and a lot of small steps in order to pull it off. And Rob Pelinka, our general manager, was able to do that, all without leaking to the media, because I think Mark Cuban might have jumped in front of a train to keep it from happening. Nobody knew, and including Luka. And
Anthony Davis.
And Anthony Davis.
And LeBron James.
And we had a game in New York that night. And so the coach knew that this was going to happen, but he still had to play the game, and we won the game that night. It wasn't a distraction. In my experience, welcoming a player to the Laker organization, I often hear, this is my dream. I've always wanted to be a Laker, to play in the same place where Magic did, and Kobe and Shaq and Kareem. But Luka didn't come into the Lakers like that. He was still, I could see he was trying to figure out, why is this happening? Because as soon as a trade happens, the first thing, we had a private jet to bring him to LA to, assimilate him and bring him into the organization. And, you could see that he left his heart in Dallas, and it was going to take him time to process. And the beauty, and I'd never met Luka. I mean, he was someone special to me, because the last night that I saw Kobe alive was about a month before he passed. He brought his daughter Gigi to come see Luka play, because Luka was Gigi's favorite player. So I always had a soft spot in my heart for Luka because of that, and never in a million years thought he would become available, that he could become a Laker. And so the beauty of Luka and getting to know him was that he is a real person, and he feels his emotions, and he doesn't try to hide them. And so in real time, February, March, until he had to go back to Dallas in April to play that, where he cried on the bench. He brought all Laker fans together, because we were feeling what he was feeling. As he was sharing his emotions with us, and that endears him to our fans, and they want to see him succeed. So, he's just been terrific to work with, and I think he's come back with a purpose of wanting to win a championship for this team.
He's also living by the beach.
Yes.
He's got a
beautiful house.
$6 million Bugatti, apparently.
Yes.
I think he's gotten over. I think we can safely say he's gotten over it.
Yeah, I mean,
with your help.
I think it's okay to feel, it's kind of like, if your boyfriend breaks up with you, it's okay to, go out and get a new dress and try to make him regret that he ever did that. So if that's the case, then,
we'll take it.
We'll take it. Keep feeding that.